Real Madrid and Chelsea, frequent foes in the UEFA Champions League. Locking horns on a friendlier basis tonight here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And let's see how it pans out. It's been being charitable, a bit of a mixed bag for Chelsea results-wise on tour. They have been criticised for some of their performances, especially their defensive negligence. Real Madrid have lost both matches on tour. We keep saying it, Stuart, it's not all about the results, but well, they can prey on minds as well.
If you are trying to get a new philosophy through to the players, players are trying to play to it and play up from the back for Chelsea, but when it starts to go wrong, you soon lose your confidence, and that's been the case with Chelsea in this pre-season. Big mistakes at the back, trying to play from defensive areas into midfield.
Reece James once again starting in the right back position. That's been the case throughout the tour. Christopher Nkunku with a misplaced pass. That time playing just off the front. Mark Guiu, the centre forward of choice. Let's see if Chelsea can move the ball using Nkunku. Oni Madueke here on the Chelsea right. Real Madrid in their change kits. Gave it a good go there, Madueke. How can they line something up here, Chelsea? Raheem Sterling in the starting 11. Through it goes for the first goal kick of the night.
He needs to have a good start to the season, Raheem Sterling. He was criticised by a lot of Chelsea fans last year. Some would say unfairly. He certainly didn't have his best season in professional football.
Thibaut Courtois. It was a bit of a nightmare for him last term, especially the beginning of the campaign. The ACL, now a chase back, an important chase back. Malo Gusto, and the decision goes Chelsea's way.
Oh, what a great pass that was. Rodrigo making the run from outside to in. Gusto looked as though he was going to lose out for pace, but just about got there. But really good ball played by Courtois.
And Rodrigo in pursuit of it. Rodrigo and Vinicius Junior back starting again for Real Madrid. It's worth bearing in mind that their first competitive test is coming up soon. Didn't really go to plan at all for Chelsea. Got away with it, I might say.
Well, it was exactly the same way that they conceded their first goal against Manchester City. Really poor play by Lavia, who's coming back, but the ball should never have been played into him.
Madueke again here. And around the outside initially. Nkunku, not a bad idea, but that wasn't the desired outcome at all. Sterling.
Sterling making his run. He's a good switcher play as well. Madueke had a chance. When he goes here, just had to shoot with his right foot across it into the box. He turns back. And Sterling round the back, that should do better really. Just played into the box. It's a good effort of that. Raheem Sterling.
Chelsea now under Enzo Maresca. Great success with Leicester City in the Championship in England. Greatly influenced by Pep Guardiola stylistically. Greatly influenced by Carlo Ancelotti as well, considering he used to play for him back at Juventus times.
Brahim Diaz. This is a number 10 at times, top of a diamond. Good season last year.
All of a sudden, space opening up as Vinicius Junior has to make that dash. It's Colwell who came across.
Good job that Colwell did, because Reece James had a really poor effort here. Look at Reece James go towards the ball. Vinny Junior just spins on him. Ball played in behind. Colwell just about had enough pace to get back there. Not good defending by Reece James.
There he is again, James, for the Blues. Blues against Los Blancos. And both squads heading home immediately after this final friendly on their respective tours. James to help the ball on its way. And it's another one from Nkunku. Didn't hit the target. Fran Garcia to take it. In the left back position, Real Madrid, double winners, La Liga and the Champions League, European club champions for a 15th time in all. And Militao, one of the central defenders, did come back from that horrendous injury towards the end of the last campaign. Didn't look all that secure, however. Modric, the evergreen. Luka Modric was the player stretching for it. Sterling. And the Real Madrid fans, and there are many of them, enjoyed that contribution from Lucas Vázquez. We know him as a right back. I think that if you asked him by choice, he'd rather play higher up the pitch, but grown accustomed over the years to that right back role. Ambitious, attempting to pick out Sterling.
Good run by Enzo Fernandez, took the full-back in to leave space for Raheem Sterling out on that far side. Just watch the run of Enzo Fernandez. Can't quite see it here, just makes the run, takes the full-back in. Really, Raheem Sterling needs to get in line with that ball a lot quicker than he did.
Again is Romeo Lavia for Chelsea. Well, the sparring stages here at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. So Fernandez again for Chelsea, looking for that switch of play, but Fran Garcia and the reading of the situation. Here again is Luka Modric. It's a bit strange to be talking still about Modric, but to no longer be talking about Toni Kroos. Who, by the way, was named German Footballer of the Year by the influential Kicker magazine the other day. Modric still with us.
He influenced quite a lot of games last year, Luka Modric, coming on as a sub. So you can see why he's extended his contract. He does expect to play every week and every game.
Okay, trying to time the pass. Nkunku. Nothing wrong with the idea, didn't quite execute it properly, however. Okay, again. A robust piece of defending there by Vidiga.
In a normal game, that would be a yellow card, no doubt about it. Poor challenge, he knew exactly what he was doing. Danger man down the right-hand side, Madueke. Got away with that one, Rudiger.
The member of the Germany side at the Euros made it to the quarter-finals. Some might say a bit unlucky against Spain, maybe the second best team at the European Championship. All a matter for debate. And Reece James to take this for Chelsea. Courtois, and they punch on it, a routine punch when all was said and done. And then Militao just in front of him. And a throw here to Chelsea, which Malo Gusto is ready to take. Some of the fans still making their way in. Augusto optimistically thought that might go Chelsea's way. And a Real Madrid throw in here.
Augusto is a right back, but he's playing out on that left-hand side, but quite often he'll tuck into midfield. Doing what a lot Both teams do get their fullbacks to central midfield at times when they have possession.
Rodrigo on one side, Vinicius Junior on the other. Diaz in between, but not really call him a number 9 type, would you?
Another player coming in that might want to play in that position. Centre forward. That's where Mbappe will probably start when he gets into the Real Madrid team.
Everyone looking forward to that prospect. It's so difficult to properly quantify a squad at this time of year with key players still missing. Good ball for Madueke. Forward in the end by the left-footed Courtois. James. Typical Vincent Colwell as well. Jorgensen was out to dry to an extent. Vinicius in the neighbourhood. And there's Levi Colwell. Modric attempting to switch it. And we have Vinicius able to work his magic. You have to really stand guard, be well aware of the fact that something untoward might happen.
Well, this is the last piece of action. There's the shot which they clear. Goes back out to Vinicius Junior. At one point he was thinking of reversing it back out to Lucas Vazquez and then tried the chip to the far post, but that all came about because Reece James didn't deal with the first ball over the top. He's had a really shaky start to the game, Reece James.
And decidedly wobbly. Occupying the right back position. It's a shout for a handball, has been given. Just brushing off Rodrigo. Jorgensen for Colwell. Slight pass. We've seen a few errors already from Chelsea on that front. It's something Enzo Maresca really wants to see them do time and again, persevere with it. Even though the errors have manifested themselves. Vinicius Junior, Fran Garcia. Rodrigo was in there, but now Chelsea's turn. Do you back away? Fernandez. He's best to chip it forwards. Sterling was in the centre. Here's Christopher Nkunku, Raheem Sterling. And on the block was Eder Militao, who got in the way of that. Modric picking a pass, as is his wont. James again under scrutiny. Vinicius for company. James, Vinicius, down he goes. And James apparently got the ball.
Well, that's an interesting one. Maresca to start with was claiming offside, but it looked as though Vinny Junior was in his own half. Once again, Reece James looked a bit shaking. He was defending in the 1v1. We're right behind it, so we couldn't see whether he touched the ball or not.
Looked as though Enzo Fernandez was buffeted, but carry on, says the referee. Guido Gonzalez. Colwell for Chelsea. It was a bit of a nightmarish season for them last time around. You do wonder just how easy it's going to be for them as they try to make something happen under the new manager. The play is going to continue here. It's been touched out of play. Hobbling on, Malo Gusto. This was Vinicius versus James.
He knocked it between his legs. I think he did get the touch on the ball. I think it was a good tackle in the end by Reece James. Just watch here. Yes, he does. Modric just catches. The referee didn't give a foul. Modric got the ball. The question was, did he have to go through Gusto to get there?
Rudiger, quick fire pass. Was intercepted by James. It's popular. Rudiger just did. Popular with the Real Madrid fans. There's so many white shirts visible from our commentary position here. There's Chelsea representation, but not on the scale of Real Madrid support. This is Junior. He tried to set something up again. Lucas Vazquez making that thrusting run into the penalty area.
There's good play down this left-hand side. Just the injection of pace with the running with the ball. Set up nicely down that right-hand side. They have the overload. And the pass across from Lucas Vazquez wasn't quite good enough.
Moved forward by Eder Militao. Bright young prospect in midfield, Mario Martin. The views have been very positive as far as he's concerned. Vinicius was in there once more, and Colwell getting tangled up, and it was a glorious chance. And we've been talking about Brahim Diaz and what he can bring to the table.
It's a good run by Martin to start with. Vinicius shooting, as we see him do a lot last season, trying to play the ball with the outside of the boot. They don't clear it. Colwell got himself mixed up. And then when it comes to Diaz, he has to do a lot better. Just didn't adjust his body quite quickly enough. Mistake by Badiashile as well.
They're playing alongside Colwell at the back for Chelsea. One little complaint I think we're entitled to make is to do with the Real Madrid numbers. This is their away kit. And I'm sure if you're watching at home, you're having difficulty picking up the exact numbers. I think many have forgotten that numbers are there for a reason for fans, as well as for media members.
It's good to see you get your excuses in before you make the mistake.
That wasn't what I was driving at, but thank you for making that point, Stuart. Back it goes here to Thibaut Courtois. Thankfully the weather has cooperated. When we studied the forecast yesterday, with tropical storm Debbie raging not too far from here, we did wonder if it might have an impact. Madrid this time, turn on the style, and oh, that was selfless, and it might end up being a goal. It is. There's the finishing touch applied. Dani Ceballos right at the end of the move. It had been threatening to arrive, and Real Madrid in front as they look for their first victory on tour. That's their last game here in the United States.
It's a lovely ball played down the middle here. This pass for Brahim Diaz. He's in behind. He doesn't make the most of the situation to start with. Vinicius Junior makes a run for him, runs offside. You can see Ceballos was onside when the ball was played. He was in the right place at the right time. There's the big overload. Pass didn't have enough weight on it, so Lucas Vazquez took a touch. Get a bit lucky, but at times Real Madrid are opening up Chelsea far too easily here.
There was Vazquez, and then Ceballos claiming it. Let's see if he got the touch. Maybe he didn't have the arm up. He wanted the goal, so it might actually go down as a Lucas Vazquez goal after that. Well, it is a friendly. I don't think anybody is really bothered in the grand scheme of things.
Ceballos is. He was definitely asking for it. And
yeah. We'll give it to Lucas Vazquez, shall we?
He was the player that probably least deserved it, because his first touch wasn't particularly good. It was a fairly weak effort that he hit into Gusto.
Let's see how Chelsea respond. Back away there, Badia Shield. Lavia. To get Augusto forward. He doesn't mind getting forward when he can, but that'll be a hole now for Real Madrid to exploit. Who up there was Rodrigo. He's taken a little bit of a knock. Fran Garcia. Ball played back to him immediately and gets it back. Vinicius was available. Modric maneuvering his way into position. Lucas Vazquez, stylish. Modric, and improvised goalkeeping from Jurgensen. Rodrigo's pass there for Luka Modric. To be a free kick. That is what has been given.
With the foul. Turned by Dani Ceballos. Chelsea trying to hold a line on the edge of the penalty box here.
Rodrigo with a little flick to Luka Modric. To steer it along the ground. Vinicius. Ball in there. Militao had stayed up, following on from the set play. Got himself over there on the right. Headed Militao, deflection into the centre. Jurgensen called into action again. And it was a crisp shot that was directed towards the target. As it came back out. Ceballos in position.
Jurgensen just palms it into a dangerous area. When it comes out to Ceballos, he does well just to evade the first challenge of Enzo Fernandez and then try to bend it into that far corner. Now, does he get a touch, Ceballos, to this? I think he does. I think the goalkeeper might even push it onto his foot. I think he gets a touch. I think that should be Dani Ceballos' goal.
Well, that was our initial reaction, but it wasn't entirely clear to see it to begin with upon review. Sterling trying to get himself more involved in the game. When the player has the arm up, normally that is a sure sign, because had he not touched it at all, I think he might have been rather embarrassed, Ceballos, to do that, Stuart.
I think you're absolutely right. And from our angle, I don't think it was going to... I think the goalkeeper, Jurgensen, would have pushed it away had Ceballos not been there. He might have even pushed it into the foot of Ceballos.
Vinicius, change of direction once more. Ceballos was there, hovering in midfield. Modric. And Eder Militao towards Lucas Vazquez. 19 coming into the move. Rodrigo to pull it back, but waiting there for Chelsea was Lavia. And Nkunku, and that's what he's capable of. Christopher Nkunku, Raheem Sterling. Well, he took it overly wide, didn't have the angle in the end. And, well, Militao and company snuffing out the danger.
Well, this is a reckless challenge here from Rudiger. Oh, dear, dear, dear. And then Nkunku plays the next one. It's Militao that just holds off. That's good defending from Militao, not great play from Sterling. There's question marks whether Militao will be fully fit this season, because when he came back at the end of last season, he didn't look comfortable after the operation. That was a good bit of defending from him.
"25 minutes have elapsed. We're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Last game on tour for Real Madrid and Chelsea. Faced each other at the quarter-final stages of the Champions League 2022 and 2023. Real Madrid coming out on top both times. Carlo Ancelotti always believes in doing things his own way. He's never been somebody who favours wholesale changes. And you do get the feeling looking at this side. He has said, by the way, that those who played in the Champions League final and won in the Champions League final deserve to start the UEFA Super Cup decider. But this is his way not to change things radically. We'll see how it all shapes up in Helsinki next week against Atalanta of Italy.
The only team to defeat by Leverkusen last year.
Yes, they were. Vinicius Junior, great idea. Jurgensen had committed himself, and that's a fantastic goal. That is brilliant, whatever way you slice it. As you said, Stuart, we are now in a cooling break. And Chelsea have problems to solve, and it's something that we've been saying quite a bit throughout the course of the American tour.
Maresca's got a lot of work to do with this team. He's trying to get his team to play out from the back over the course of the first few weeks. They haven't done that very well. And even more worryingly, defensively, it's been far too easy for teams to play against them. We saw that with Manchester City. And now we're seeing it really badly against Real Madrid.
Well, the Madridistas are happy. And with good reason. Different story in the Chelsea camp. Have another friendly coming up against Inter, the Serie A champions, on Sunday, and then it's for real against Manchester City. What a way to start the Premier League campaign.
The problem is when you're a new coach, you've got new ideas. It does take a while for them to bed in, but if you have a really poor time at the start, the players start to mistrust what you're doing and lose a bit of confidence. And that looks to be the case with Chelsea at the moment. I haven't seen anything of that man there, Enzo Fernandez. I wonder if we've actually mentioned the centre forward. I don't think he's touched the ball a couple of times in the game so far.
I think you're right, Stuart. I mentioned his name, but he hasn't really had anything to say for himself. He's applied to quite a few wearing blue.
Great finish, Raheem Diaz.
Madrid fans around us here in Charlotte, thoroughly enjoying themselves. Results haven't gone Real Madrid's way on this tour so far. Carlo Ancelotti has said, let's not go crazy, it's pre-season. Results don't amount to an awful lot. Other factors, how well you train, what you learn from some of the younger players, trying out maybe new constellations, new formations. Enzo Maresca has his hands full as the coach of Chelsea.
It's fair to say over the years Chelsea haven't been very patient with managers.
Nope. That is indeed fair to say. And Real Madrid attacking again. Trying to use that right-hand side to good effect.
Again, another run from deep, trying to break through. Big gap between the centre-half and the full-back. Just overhits it. And Diaz again making that forward run.
Lucas Vazquez had got himself into the advanced position on the right. Buku back the way to Reece James. Madueke had a bright enough start, but has faded out since then. James for Chelsea. The idea was to play it over towards Malo Gusto. Sterling right now, position on the left higher up, but they elected not to play it to him.
Yes, Gusto is playing in central midfield when they've got possession, Chelsea. They've lost possession.
Stretching for it was Gusto. The alarm bells are ringing once more. And Gusto had to recover, and swiftly. Aware of the presence of Brahim Diaz. That's the problem against Real Madrid. So quick of pass and thought. Lose the ball. Watch out. Augusto again. Enzo Fernandez. Raheem Sterling will do the burrowing here. Lucas Vazquez, who's doing the defending, is not going to help the Chelsea cause. And Augusto, this was earlier, Stuart.
When they gave the ball away, the ball into Gusto wasn't quite good enough, but he should do better. Diaz was looking for the run of Rodrigo. It didn't quite come for him. In the end, Gusto got back.
And then Militao, so try something different. Going from back to front. Right into the path of Rodrigo. James comes away with it here for Chelsea. Lavia. Gusto. And Sterling off to the left. So far, not an awful lot to worry the Real Madrid rear guard. They did call his name there, but no joy for Guillou. Vinicius Junior. Somebody was trying anyway, towards Lucas Vazquez.
That's the pass that you mentioned earlier, that Toni Kroos would have played, that big diagonal so many times out to Carvajal or Lucas Vazquez. It is a shame that Toni Kroos has retired. What a player he was, both club and country.
And he's going to be greatly missed by all followers of Los Blancos. Madueke for Chelsea. Colwell, central defensive partner is Badiashile. James. Kunku. Again towards Raheem Sterling. Sterling, good timing! Well, the timing at the end wasn't good enough with regard to the connection with Nkunku, who was waiting in the centre.
He just needed a better pass. Great return ball. And it comes out to Sterling from the switcher plate. It's Gusto that plays him back the ball. It's a good pass as well, and Nkunku coming in at the far post. So I would say it's a fairly easy pass for Sterling. Just put too much on it.
Chelsea's pre-season tailed games against Wrexham, 2-2 draw. Santa Clara, California. 4-1 defeat at the hands of Celtic, the Scottish champions at the home of Notre Dame. Good 3-0 win against Club America. It was in Atlanta. And a rather chastening 4-2 defeat against Manchester City. Columbus, the last match, Real Madrid here. There's been one meeting after another with domestic champions from various countries. An encounter with the champions of Spain, indeed the club champions of Europe. And Real Madrid are prospering. Rodrigo with a short pass. Allowing the fans, and then the turn of Vinicius, Rodrigo. Through again there. And the touch was a poor one from Rodrigo. And at times, awe-inspiring.
Well, Fran Garcia's had a really good first half. Little nutmeg there. He's broken forward at the right times. This is clever. He won't want to see that too many times. The reverse ball back to him. Lost his place, didn't he, when he first came to the club? He was looking as though he was going to be the #1 left back, and then he got back in.
It's often the case if they're looking for defensive solidity, they turn to Ferland Mendy. And Garcia a bit more attack-minded. A very good player. Obviously with Rayo Vallecano, though originally came through the Real Madrid youth ranks. Sterling. Still to lay that one back. Into Fernandez in there, and that's more like it from a Chelsea point of view. Donny Madueke has pulled one back. Chelsea on the score sheet. And Courtois beaten. Deftly constructed.
Yeah, good ball into the box. Maybe the weakness of Fran Garcia at the far post. It's a really small player, but Madueke really does attack the ball here. I'm sure that Thibaut Courtois covered himself in glory. Being slightly unfair to him. There's the ball to the far post, just lofted up, he starts to come. Thibaut Courtois stops. Garcia looks at the goalkeeper, but Madueke does everything right. Attacks the ball, heads it back from where it came from. Chelsea back in the game, and they needed that. Too early leap. Garcia's got to jump. That's poor defending. Courtois, who started to come, was too close to it and then couldn't have any time to make the save.
So Chelsea reducing the arrears. With a little bit more than 5 minutes left for play in the first half. Real Madrid have controlled this half. I think Carlo Ancelotti will be thrilled about that concession. Courtois couldn't get there. Fran Garcia back there defending. Rudiger, from his body language, looked as though he felt it should have been taken care of.
Absolutely. As a fullback, you can't just allow the wide player, though he's much bigger than him, Get a header like that, you've got to jump into him. You've got to jump early, maybe back into the centre forward, or the right winger, should I say. He was hoping that Courtois was going to come and take it. That was the mix-up, really, but fullback has to do better.
Fair play to Chelsea, though. Things are looking up for them here. They're at Bank of America Stadium. Very impressive facility, the home of the Panthers, the Carolina Panthers in the NFL. It's not really an artificial surface, but grass laid down specially. Cuckoo to that far side again. Raheem Sterling. In the centre, and Enzo Fernandez didn't miss by much. Better again from Chelsea.
Well, Enzo Fernandez made that run again when he went from outside to in, took the fullback infield, allowed the switch of play to go out to Raheem Sterling. See where Enzo Fernandez is now. That's not where he started. He's just allows Sterling to go into the box. It comes back to him. He's trying to deceive Courtois and go in at the near post. Probably never on.
Thibaut Courtois did come back from the end of the season with Real Madrid. In the Champions League final, but wasn't part of Belgium's plans for the European Championship.
He fell out with the manager, didn't he?
Yeah. Domenico Tedesco was in charge of Belgium at the Euros in Germany. Here's Fran Garcia for Real Madrid. Also a painful one for Vinicius.
Still ran into Vinicius Junior. Wasn't a bad foul.
Vinicius Junior again. James put to the test again. He's settled down a bit after his stuttering start to this match. Across the defence, a shield, and away goes Malo Gusto for Chelsea. Buoyed by that goal, scored by Madueke, who had the arm up, wanted it played over towards him. He's making that dash on the right, but they played it through the centre of the park instead. There's Madueke now. The best of touches that allowed Fran Garcia to nip in for Los Blancos. Modric. And at times in this half we've seen how eye-catching Real Madrid can be. But without their brightest stars, just think about how they might look once Kylian Mbappe gets into a rhythm, once Jude Bellingham is back.
New signing, Henrik. Started a couple of games.
And there we go. And finishing was on the flabby side. And it's going to be fascinating to see what Hendrik can offer. Another of the newcomers for Real Madrid.
Right, next to him is Goulet, who's another young, exciting player. We saw a lot of him towards the end of last season. Real Madrid had won La Liga.
And a key figure for his national team in the Turks at the Euros. Now Sterling. To play his way through, but to no avail up against Lucas Vázquez. So Real Madrid can hit Chelsea hard. Diaz. Fran Garcia just making the run beyond him. Vinicius Junior. 3 minutes to be added on at the end of this first half. 19 in the centre of the pitch. Ceballos with the touch that time for Real Madrid. Brahim Diaz. Garcia was there, giving a whack. Coming off Colwell.
I think Maresca would be too pleased with Madueke's challenge there. He was the defender that eventually got the block in. Still looking for the right combinations at the back, Maresca. Wrong to make his mind up. A massive game, as you mentioned, against Man City, the first game of the season. Against the same man that scored a hat-trick against them a few days ago.
It's a daunting prospect. Madrid with it, and Jurgensen. Mastery of the angle. Interesting to see what changes are made at half-time. Teams might want to freshen up in certain areas. It's the last match on tour. Now, Madueke for Chelsea. Modric was back there defending. And again. Antonio Rudiger. He has been stopped because there is a player down. Player down. And a chance for Reece James to clarify one or two things with Enzo Maresca. Let's ascertain precisely what happened to Malo Gusto, Stuart.
Yeah, Militao gives him a real shove in the back. A whiplash on his neck there.
We've been promised 3 added minutes. We're going to go quite a bit beyond that now, I fancy.
That's exactly what he's telling the physios, that he took the knock in the back of his neck, just went back very quickly. There's the Chelsea bench. Good young players on there. They spent a lot of money on Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall was previously at Leicester, working under Enzo Maresca. Malo Gusto playing at left back, really a right back by preference. Cucurella still not back after helping Spain win the European Championship.
I'd say his performances were the real surprise of the Euros. He was absolutely outstanding, Cucurella.
Completely agree.
What a very poor start at Chelsea. Often had to play as a left-sided centre-half in a back three. Didn't win over the fans straight away, but towards the end of the season we saw the best of him, and we saw the best of him in the European Championships.
So Malo Gusto is back, that's the good news. And 4 minutes into stoppage time at the end of this first half. Antonio Rudiger. And Militao. Alaba is going to be out for a while longer, sadly. 3 months more remains on the casualty list for Real Madrid. Who served as one of the extra coaches for Austria during the Euros. And then Militao, and showing for it here, Modric. Dani Ceballos. Rudiger. All the way out towards Lucas Vazquez. Brahim Diaz. Himself on the ball, Modric. Brahim Diaz once again. Blue block in place for Chelsea. And 5 minutes added on altogether. That will do it for the first half here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Brahim Diaz scoring the second goal, brilliantly taken. Ceballos, we think, ultimately will get credit for the first one. Nobody's going to quibble too much either way. And then Madueke pulling one back for Chelsea to give them a little bit of life, a little bit of hope. But the half-time score reads Real Madrid 2, Chelsea 1. So here we go. Second half is about to begin. It will be Real Madrid to get things going again, attacking the goal to our right. Well, Dani Ceballos with the opening goal. Bit of a scruffy effort, but they all count. Nothing scruffy about the second goal. Courtesy of Brahim Diaz. Vinicius Junior setting it up, but Ronnie Madueke getting one back for Chelsea. They tried to grow as the first half got older. Stuart, what might we see in the second half? What are you looking for in particular?
Well, Chelsea have to defend a lot better, that's for sure. They've got to make better decisions. They've got to work harder to close people down. They've got to see runners. Real Madrid will play fairly similar. Some of their attacking play was excellent in that first half. The movement, Brahim Diaz from deep.
There's James and Sterling taking up that position in the centre for Chelsea, and Nkunku, and there's Lunin immediately called into action. And a very important piece of goalkeeping from Anthony Lunin.
We're talking about Chelsea being out of shape defensively. Here Real Madrid are all over the place. There's a good forward pass, good run from Raheem Sterling. They had a big overload on this side. Militao was pushed into midfield. He had to try and get back. He couldn't quite lift it over Lunin.
Being held up just prior to that by Guillou. He has the ball again. Lunin, as his name is shouted out over the public address system here at Bank of America Stadium. Lucas Vazquez went in for it, just poked forward by Martin. Dani Ceballos for Real Madrid. If you joined us late, Real Madrid in their change kits. Fran Garcia operating at left back. Luka Modric, who has that free roll. Get the best out of Modric, but he has a bit of liberty. And at times, Chelsea struggled to get the ball off Real Madrid. Just got away with it there. Martin. Played back by Brahim Diaz. As Vazquez has liked to get forward, even clear into the centre in the process.
Well, I know it's considered as a friendly, but there's one or two of the Chelsea players have to get a tackle in. Raheem Sterling was beaten so easily there by Fran Garcia when he was favourite to win the ball. We saw it a couple of times with Madueke down below us in the first half.
Guillou, but cut out almost in routine fashion by Eder Militao, and then Modric with that pass. Vinicius to steer it in there, and the shot was never quite on the target. Brahim Diaz responsible for that effort.
Well, the ball changed hands here. There's a bit of space. Reece James has to see the danger much quicker than he did, with Vinny Junior running in behind him. Just in the end, the shot not quite good enough. Brahim Diaz, see, gets no bend on it. I've been fairly critical of Reece James. He's had a lot of injuries over the course of the last couple of years. But Doesn't look fully fit to me. Mentally and physically, he's just not reading the game quickly enough.
Won't be available for the start of the competitive action. This was red card at the end of the last campaign. Guiu here for Chelsea. And eyes for goal. Squandered the opportunity.
Good play from Chelsea up until that. Could he have passed it wide? Yes, probably. Raheem Sterling is giving him a bit of a telling off. Good ball from Enzo Fernandez. Look at Raheem Sterling now. If the ball's played to him, he gets his shot away. Not a good effort. Guiu.
Antonio Rudiger. Fran Garcia. Back to Lunin. And then Militao. There's that intuitive understanding with Rudiger. Central defence. Martin getting himself on the ball. Modric. Lucas Vazquez again. Luka Modric. Upon his 13th season as a Real Madrid player. So much continues to go through him. See, Diaz has dropped all the way back. Trying to almost ping it forward. That's what I'm inclined to do when you have attacking luxury in form of Vinicius and Rodrigo. Anyway, through that time, and maybe Chelsea's turn to counter-attack. Sterling, it was Guiu who went down as that was developing. Okay, was he bundled to the ground? Apparently not. No wrongdoing there by Fran Garcia. Vinicius was waiting in the centre. Malo Gusto has recovered from that injury he picked up at the end of the first half here in Charlotte. And he's not best pleased, is he, Lucas Vazquez?
Well, he thought he'd won the ball quite fairly there. Comes in quite late. Gusto doesn't know he's coming. He set up his shoulder charge.
Bobbled around after it had been released by Malo Gusto. Lunin. Real Madrid leading by 2-1. Both sides will be flying home after this final test. It's been a much lengthier tour for Chelsea here in the USA. That has been the case for Real Madrid. So many of the top clubs like coming here to the United States for a variety of reasons. Training in the heat and humidity, a lot of outreach. Playing in front of fans who simply adore these players. The demand is there, as we've seen time and again, up and down the United States these last couple of weeks.
They get a lot of admiration, the players in the United States. So do you. You've been a star everywhere I've walked with you.
I think you've been the star, Stuart.
Ready to a suite at every hotel. Free drink at the bar.
Not me. Would never be me. Enzo Fernandez. The pass that time was by Colwell for Chelsea. Trying to keep it moving, trying to keep Madrid on their toes defensively. Malo Gusto has gone into the centre. Sterling is waiting out wide on the left, but Badiashile elected to go infield to Colwell. Here's Enzo Fernandez, Lavia, Sterling. The cut in. Raheem Sterling just had it taken away. The important touch by Lucas Vazquez. Brahim Diaz. Now Vinicius. Rodrigo for Real Madrid. Garcia. Didn't quite happen quickly enough, but Los Blancos happy to keep possession, and a private match going on there between Vinicius and Rodrigo. Lucas Vazquez. Can there be a corner? Comes off the shield.
Slipped over for a moment there. Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo. He's the new goalkeeper for Chelsea. Real player.
And Rodrigo will take this one. Bit of a breeze, you can see the flag blowing around. Perhaps picking up, but the rain stays away. Chelsea are going to make a couple of substitutions shortly. As Caicedo will be coming on. Back to that in just a second. It is a corner forced here by Brahim Diaz. Chelsea not quite ready in terms of their preparation for the personnel switches. We'll fill you in as soon as they have made it official who's going to be coming on and who's going to be going off. Rodrigo with it. And understandable that they might want to try that sort of thing. They had Militao, the target inside the area.
The two good headers of the ball, Militao and Rudiger. This match, Enzo Fernandez, the player that was jumping with him. It's better organisation from Chelsea.
And the two players who will be coming on shortly for Chelsea, Caicedo and Mykhailo Mudryk. Stoppage in play.
As they played in the previous game, Mudryk played on the right-hand side.
That was not part of the plan. There's James. So now for the changes, Lavia has noticed that his number is up. Raheem Sterling likewise. So this is Caicedo and also Mykhailo Mudryk. Mudryk, who was with Ukraine at the Euros. So unlucky, 4 points they finished with in the group, yet didn't make it out of the group. Unwanted history written there. But you were interested, Stuart, the fact that Mudryk played on the right in the last game, not normally to be found there.
No, I think it's the shape of the team they played on that occasion against Man City. He's going to play on the left-hand side this time. Caicedo playing alongside Enzo Fernandez in midfield. Combination that cost Chelsea a lot of money when they both arrived last season.
So they are together. That's the alliance at this point on. Okay, and Lunin to judge the spin of the ball.
As well, Colwell wins the ball back easily. That went down.
Real Madrid are poised to make changes as well. Latasa and Raúl Asensio. The two players deployed, so we're getting towards that stage of the game. Chelsea might be onto something here. Low shot coming in. EU. Really troubling Lunin, however.
Good play by the substitute, Caicedo. He read the ball from Rudiger that was played into midfield. He was onto it quickly. Same intensity at the start of this second half, Real Madrid.
It remains 2-1 in Real Madrid's favour. Was 2-0 earlier. Vasquez. Diaz tried to hit his opponent. On that occasion it was Colwill. Mudryk, the left-hand prong of the attack for now. Chelsea throw.
Yeah, one thing he has got is great pace, isn't it, Mudryk? Always make the right decision. So a really poor time at Chelsea.
Reece James. Here's Colwill. Mudryk positioned on the left. He didn't mind the idea, but wasn't sufficiently accurate. Lucas Vasquez to throw it back in play. Substitutions coming, we're told, for Real Madrid. This is what I think the fans have come to expect around this juncture in the game. Some of the younger players are given a run. Madrid have got Atalanta coming up in the battle for the UEFA Super Cup. Next midweek, first game in La Liga against Mallorca on the 18th. Real Madrid begin the defence of their title. Well, giving it to Gusto.
In that central midfield position, Gusto. Enzo Fernandez to play that little bit higher up the field. He's made a lot of runs through the inside left, Enzo Fernandez. Sometimes to get the ball, sometimes to take the ball back in for the switcher play.
It was Fernandez who kept the ball moving. Gusto. Down there by Fran Garcia. Rudiger, and here's Lunin on at the start of the second half for Thibaut Courtois. Times during this game, it's as though a hush has descended upon the proceedings. So the fans want to appreciate the intricacies of what's going on out there. A chance to see the heroes in the flesh. It's Vinicius who had a go. He was the supporting player for Real Madrid. As Vasquez was crying out for it to be played to him. Now he's looking a bit lost because Mudryk is on the charge here for Chelsea. Oh, he's wasted the opportunity.
There's a great example of what Mudryk brings and doesn't bring to the table. Makes the interception. There's the pace. Drives past a couple of players. And then comes in field. He sees the runs of other players. And the shot is really wasteful. Poor technique. Planted his standing foot. Kept it there. Running at that sort of pace, you have to make sure your standing foot touches the ground for a very short space of time.
The one that got away as far as Mudryk is concerned. Madrid are on the cusp of making those changes. A gaggle of other substitutes warming up, but it will be Tassa to come on. It was Just a last check. Also, Raul Asensio. There's actually going to be one more on top of the pair of them. Confirm them all for you shortly. Paz will be the other. You can see that. And yeah, when you have that in your repertoire, you might as well try to go to town. We've seen it so many times before, haven't we, from Vinicius.
Here's the bit of skill. Goes past Budwaki far too easily. As James does when he doesn't dive in. In the box.
Okay, let's go through all the changes now. Asensio for Eder Militao by the look of things. It'll be the end of the shift for Rodrigo. So Nico Paz waiting beside Juan Latasa. Just making sure they have the correct number on the board. Yep, Vinicius Junior, the third number there. So that is it. This night is over. The fans here have greatly enjoyed seeing Vinicius Junior in action. There's a Chelsea change as well. Dewsbury Hall on for Mark Guillou. So changes galore, as is the tendency.
So rejuvenated Militao, I would say. Real Madrid and Ancelotti. He was within himself at the end of last season when he came back from his injury, but did well tonight.
Asensio is on. Sliding into central defence. 21-year-old hails from Las Palmas. The Real Madrid academy as a 13-year-old initially. For Chelsea, 2-1 still here as we approach the midway point of the second half. It was a dry walk to the gantry, it remains dry here at Bank of America Stadium in the Queen City. Dewsbury Hall went after that one, having just come on. Ancelotti and Real Madrid at the moment on course for what would be their first victory on tour here in the USA. Courtois amongst the spectators there on the bench with Vinicius Junior and Militao right in front of him. Jorgensen for Chelsea. Badiashile. Caicedo. Next to him. Augusto, all the while Mudryk waiting wide on the left. So yellow card just seconds ago for Antonio Rudiger before descent. Here's Mudryk to weave his way to the area.
Didn't really do enough to beat his man, did he? Mudryk. Rudiger, yellow card for dissent. A couple of yellow cards in the first half for a couple of reckless challenges.
Indeed.
From the Chelsea man.
Here's Dewsbury Hall. See if they can do a bit of damage. Madueke on that right-hand side. Again, Dewsbury Hall. It's touched on by Enzo Fernandez. Vasquez. Header away for Real Madrid. To the ball again, gets it again. scope for Real Madrid to torment Chelsea, but Colwill had his own views on that subject.
Yeah, good pace, Colwill. Here's James, he's going to make way here.
Wesley Fofana will be the player to come on. So for James, we remarked upon the difficult start he made to this match.
He's an outstanding player, no doubt about that. Between him and Walker for quite a while, who was going to get in the England team, but 2 or 3 injuries, many games at one point. He's just going to rebuild his career. Like I say, Reece James. Fofana will come in his position. They will most of the time be a back three with Gusto pushing into midfield. Suit Fofana.
The problems last season, was previously with Leicester City. Fofana from Marseille, came through the ranks at Saint-Etienne in France. Lucas Vazquez here for Real Madrid. Asensio now the central defensive partner of Rüdiger. Modric still out there. Resemble a very different game, doesn't it? Once you have multiple substitutes out there on the pitch.
Particularly from a Real Madrid point of view. Star players going forward. And Rodrigo now off the pitch. Where's that burst of pace going to come from?
Nico Paz, technician. The spinning of Gusto here. Right beside the corner flag, taken by Lucas Vazquez. Paz again. It's a wonderful left foot. Decided to play it back in the end there, Dewsbury Hall. There's the calmness that Enzo Maresca will be happy to have witnessed. It's brushed off the ball, Caicedo.
It's much easier to be calm on the ball. The opposition aren't really pressing you quite as high as they were in the first half. Some intensity about Real Madrid, closing the ball down.
Ceballos got things started. First goal of the evening. It was a work of art, but it appeared that he got the important touch. Diaz with the second goal. Madueke pulling one back for Chelsea. And it remains 2-1 to Los Blancos. Here's pass. Against Vazquez. To go in for it there, Caicedo. It didn't work out for Chelsea in the end.
Caicedo very much the holding midfield player now, and Enzo Fernandez has come to his left-hand side, and Dewsbury Hall to the right. Both are making forward runs in support of the centre forward, Nkunku.
Additional changes soon to be made by Real Madrid. Rafa Obrador coming on, also Jacobo Ramon. Waiting patiently just a few meters in front of us here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So forwards by Jurgensen, general direction there of Dewsbury Hall. Madueke. For company and did enough. Off the scent. Modric. Lucas Vasquez. Stoppage in play. You see both Emperador and Ramon make their way on. There's Paz. Be a marvellous player to watch. Tessa operating in that position through the middle. Just joined us, if you've recently joined us. No Vinicius, no Rodrigo anymore. Both started the game. Strong looking Real Madrid side on paper, and strong too on grass, as it turned out.
They showed us their quality, didn't they? Particularly Vinicius Junior.
Paz in position, and decided to try to give it leather.
Toby, he's got a good left foot. Here it is. Quite catch over him, I don't think. Is it a light to Nico Paz?
Just confirming the official attendance over the public address system, 62,617. It might have been quite difficult for some of the fans who had tickets to get here. I say that because we're not all that far away from the areas being directly affected by Tropical Storm Debbie. Charleston, South Carolina, only about what? 3 hours away, but more than 3 hours away. Torrential rain in that area. It's going to last for a few days by the sound of it. Our thoughts with everyone there and in other regions who have been impacted. And pass again. Caicedo putting in the challenge. A little reflection on the way through. Tassa was up with a header. Lucas Vasquez happy to take up a very high station at this stage. There's the Chelsea routine again, playing out from the back again.
They didn't do it very well, did they? Yeah, nearly got caught on the ball. It's spilled into the midfield. Madrid win it back.
Modric. Makes it look so effortless, doesn't he? Into the corner. And they've got the corner. And here, there. So they are in position.
The referee's right not to give handball, and he's right to give the corner as well. Well played, Frank Garcia.
Here we go now. Emperador. Diaz makes the goals. Goal for Rudiger. Another pretty commanding performance by Antonio Rudiger.
Had it been a league game, he'd have been booked in the first half on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he just curb his discipline slightly.
Sometimes overly commanding, as Modric played that one in for Real Madrid. Paz. Again with Luka Modric as a master of disguise. Oh, and it'll be. As we approach the final 10 minutes. So Chelsea can get themselves onto the front foot, and Modric in hot pursuit of this one, using his pace, that pace that you mentioned earlier, Stuart. And corner this time. Received the pass from Nkunku. And the corner for Chelsea. Shield coming up from the back. Oh well, he's trotting in there as well. Short and Madrid up for grabs. Malo Gusto decided that the only option was to play it all the way back, went into reverse to give it to Jurgensen, and again with Gusto, and here's Enzo Fernandez. Slithered along the touchline, but not what was required.
Picked the pass for the Chelsea goal, Enzo Fernandez, but certainly hasn't been at his best tonight. Nowhere near it.
Quite subdued in this half, in this second half especially. As a whole has calmed down on the intensity front, I think it's fair to say.
It doesn't help that Madrid's most creative players are off the field at the moment in terms of pace to run in behind and quality dribbling with the ball. Vinny Jr. Passing game now for Real Madrid. He has a little look at Maresca, so I'm closing down. They just pass so easily. It would worry me if I was a coach that a lot of the players keep looking at him and throwing their arms up in the air just to say, I'm not sure what we're actually meant to be doing here.
It's look as though Luka Modric is going to bid goodbye to the United States as far as this tour is concerned anyway. Substitution forthcoming. Okay, was that there on the right? Caicedo making his way through the middle. The referee Gonzalez blows his whistle. Goes against Caicedo. And that will be it for Luka Modric. It's going to be a very warm ovation for him. Class act on the pitch. So many of these fans, these Real Madrid fans, watch from afar week in, week out.
There's not a ground in the world now where Luka Modric plays and when he comes off doesn't get a standing ovation. Fully deserves it as well. What a player he's been.
Lorenzo Aguado is on. Armband has been handed off to Lucas Vázquez. Paz. He's been trying to make those passes since coming on. Gusto having to backpedal. He finally put in the challenge there, Malo Gusto. Once more. It'll be very easy on the eye. Commentating on his dad, Pablo, long time ago now. He appears to have a very bright future, Nico Paz. Whether or not it's with Real Madrid remains to be seen. Involved once again. Paz, Lucas Vázquez helping him out, and oh, that was some power. Well, the shot that came in the end, Martin. Theo Martin, he's picked up a knock in the process.
1-2 pass again. Down to it. Just caught one of the Chelsea players, but he's done well. Martin as well. He's gone into the holding midfield position now, right between the two other central midfield players. He's won the ball back, but foul given against him.
Shield for Chelsea. As I mentioned earlier, they have another friendly to take part in. It's against Inter. Stamford Bridge on Sunday. Last test match prior to the Premier League opener against Manchester City, of all teams. Oh goodness. A way to get things underway, Paz. The oohs and the ahs of the Real Madrid fans on the back of his latest contribution.
Over the recent seasons, if you're going to play against Manchester City at the start of the season, it's the best time to play against them. It's probably not at their best.
Mudryk, Chelsea, Enzo Fernandez, Mudryk. It was a very important intervention. Asensio coming across. Okay, down there, Fran Garcia is shouting at the referee. This was Asensio.
He took a gamble by going to ground so early. Ends up being a very good tackle. It's a lovely little 1-2 between Mudryk and Enzo Fernandez. For the first time, Mudryk.
So my friend Garcia was quibbling. That's because the free kick was given. Look at the position here. So Lunin and company trying to make sure all the angles have been taken care of. Actually spotting the ball. Taking it over with Enzo Fernandez. A bit more than 3 minutes to go. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina. He was there, but well, what the doctor ordered, was it? Diaz, we can tell you, has been named man of the match. Scorer of an excellent goal. Marvellous effort that in the 27th minute.
Fantastic effort. Really did have a decent game, Brahim Diaz. Good goal. He did work hard in that sort of number 10 position behind a front wide two.
And opening up here for Real Madrid, but to clear his lines was Badiashile. Knew he had to get there, nicely positioned.
On that occasion he did recover a bit quicker. Lovely ball played in behind for Fana. Doesn't see it. Doesn't go with the runner. Keeps looking at the ball. Someone over in behind him. As with the delivery here.
Educated left foot. Nico Paz. Good stuff from Brahim Diaz tonight. Best I've seen from him this summer. Just how he was enjoying himself out there. Approaching the last vestiges of this game.
It's been very hard to judge where these teams are in the second half here, but we've certainly had a very competitive first half where Real Madrid were far better than Chelsea. Chelsea showed all their problems, not playing out well from the back, not defending well as a unit, all over the place at times, not enough effort. of organisation.
It's going to go spinning behind for the corner. And off for Fana.
As a Chelsea fan at the moment, I'm a little bit worried by what I've seen in this pre-season tour. Let's hope the manager is given enough time to sort things out. He's good enough to sort things out.
Let's take 6. Trying to get the accurate header in. We've had Latassa leading the line. And trying to make an impact as a substitute.
Maybe sure marking on the wrong side. Latassa with the header. Really could have done better there.
To find out exactly how much added time there will be, if indeed there is any added time at all. Remember, the two squads will be heading for the airport immediately after this game, and I think that was pretty sensible by referee Guido Gonzalez to call a halt to the proceedings.